Y'all, y'all. So y'all know I watched that goofy show Baddies. Not really though, because y'all know I don't have a Zoo subscription, so I just be watching Hampton Spears review the episodes. But come on now, right? So somebody posted some scene, right? And Scotty was talking to somebody. Her name is Carlissa or something. I don't even know who that is. That might be Blueface's mama. Cause you know, Krishan used to be on the show. I don't know why she on the show or talking to anybody if that is her. I don't know, right? But Scotty had like some braids in the front of her head, like some, you know, some scalp braids, some black people braids, right? And this black woman said, you shouldn't have that hairstyle. And Scotty said, oh, you shouldn't have that hair color. Now, in my opinion, the black woman's hair color looked great, but everybody in the comments was saying, yeah, that color looks bad on her, so and so and so. I didn't see it. Because she was like my color, and her hair color was like, ooh, it was like a, maybe, what's the word, auburn maybe? It was like a red, but not like the Little Mermaid red. It was like a fall sort of red. I can't really describe it. I don't know, right? But anyway, okay? So... a couple white women commented, right, about the fact that Scotty, they claim, okay, you know what, they claim Scotty is black or mixed or something. Me personally, I don't see it, but we're going to get into the comments because when I tell y'all, people can be so ridiculous, like, come on. So one white woman commented, I can't see her initial comment, but I replied to it and said, if you look white, you're white and you shouldn't be wearing black hairstyles, right? So then she replied to me and said, well, golly gee willikers, Scotty's mom is black, my home diggity, and so and so and so and yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And then she brought up God. She was like, yeah, we shouldn't be judging and so and so, only what God ordained. We shouldn't judge people by their skin color. All that is cute. All that is nice. Very cute. I love that. Very demure, right? But realistically, if you're not black, you don't need to be wearing black hairstyles. I don't care what God or the devil said about it. Flower Tower said if you're not black, you don't need to be wearing black hairstyles, period, okay? I don't like how white people like to bring up religion to silence black people. And honestly, that's y'all humble origins because y'all have always used religion as a means to control black people. And you know, that don't sit right with my spirit personally, right? So she said that, and then I replied and I said, yeah, God said that non-black people don't need to be wearing black hairstyles, period, right? So then another white woman replied, she said, how does that hold up for albinos? So I asked her, I said, have you never seen an albino black person, or are you actually just slow? Because like, that was not a gotcha at all. So the second woman replies again and she says, oh, you shouldn't be talking about slow right now, my dog diggity. So then I said, look at you. I screenshot a picture of her, right? And then I said, and look at an albino black person. You're telling me that he looked like he could be related to you? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, what are we talking about here? I'm confused on how albino people got brought up into this. Nobody is looking at an albino person and thinking they white. Now, I know I shared a story a couple, maybe months ago, talking about this albino girl who I know, right? But first of all, as I stated in that story, I think she's kind of mixed-ish because her sister is not albino and her sister looks a little mixed, right? So this girl, her features, even though she's clearly not white, as albino as she is, she still doesn't look white, right? Her features aren't as like sharp as a black person's, right? But then in addition to that, in the story I shared, she had on a face mask. So it was covering her nose and her mouth. So all you could see was the fact that she had white skin and blonde hair. So yeah, I guess in that case, somebody might mistake you for a white person, right? But a straight up black albino, first of all, because even the mixed albino without the face mask is not getting confused for whatever, right? A straight up black albino, what person is looking at an albino person and thinking, yeah, that's a European? Come on now. like, what are we doing here? Nah, guess what? While I was recording this video, a Hispanic girl came and replied to me with like clown emojis, right? Like calling me a clown. And mind you, what I forgot to mention is after the first woman said, oh, well, Scotty looks black to me and God said not to judge anyone by their skin color, so and so and so. First of all, how the most racist group in the world is sitting here gaslighting, talking about, oh, you shouldn't judge anyone by their skin color is insane. First of all, like, that's crazy to me, but whatever, right? After she said that, I said, what position are you in to tell me anything about who is black or mixed or whatever or not? What made you think that, like, that was your area of expertise? Somebody make that make sense to me, right? So then, like I said, a Hispanic girl just came and replied with the clown emojis, right? And then you know what just hit my mind? I went and I looked at her page and I said, I'm willing to bet. Do y'all know what I was willing to bet? Think about it for a second. I go to her page. Turns out she has a baby. Oh, come on now. I'm getting closer now, right? So she posted, oh yeah, like we're parents now, so, and tagged her baby daddy. I clicked on her baby daddy page. Of course he was black. Okay, like, I'm sorry, but the non-black woman to overstepping black boundaries because they, got a black baby daddy pipeline needs to be studied. Because, like, again, what is making y'all think that y'all are in any position to tell anybody black about who is black or not? But I guess the niggas y'all be laid up with and pillow talking with be telling y'all that that's the position that you're now in. That's the role that you now play. Like, y'all remember when the Asian woman, her name is Lovely Mimi or something, right? She said the N-word on live. She almost said it. She was like, oh, these niggas, sorry, right? And when she got called out about it, she said, oh, well, my kids are biracial. She might have called them black, but we all know that biracials are not black, right? So she said, oh, that's why I wear braids and I say the N-word because, that's my kids' culture. So I'm going to be in, their culture as well, right? Now, my thing is this. Your kid's not even black, okay? So, like, odds are they don't even need to be wearing braids or saying the N-word, right? So how you come to the conclusion that your kids who can't even participate in that culture for the most part, somehow make it so that your ass, who not even mixed, can participate in the culture, right? But something I've said time and time again is I feel like a lot of non-black women specifically, I don't really see it with non-black men for real. Y'all tell me if y'all see otherwise, right? But a lot of non-black women feel like having a biracial child is like their foot in the door to the black community, right? Like, they'll overstep 1,000 boundaries, and when you call them out on it, they'll be like, oh, well, my kids are black. Bitch, first of all, your kid's not black, right? But second of all, okay, if this pertains to them, then send them to the cookout to join in on the meeting. But again, they probably won't even be let in because they not even black, right? But maybe they'll be let in. They have a chance, right? How the hell you think that you need to be in the cookout and in every black space and in this, that, and so and so and so? Like, what are we doing here? Now, this is my thing. As a parent, I get that, you're going to advocate for your child and you're going to speak on their experience and stuff. So as a non-black parent to a biracial child who is half black, you might have something to say that is unique, right? Oh, like, I'm a non-black person. My child is half black. I see what they go through at the hands of my community, for example, right? That could be a valid resource, okay? But that's not what y'all be doing. That is not at all what y'all be doing. What y'all be doing is just overstepping and colonizing. That's literally what y'all be doing. Y'all be setting up shop. It's like, I've said something about non-black people before, and oftentimes I say white people, but I always have to check myself because a lot of times stuff is not unique to white people. It really be non-black people, period, right? A lot of y'all have this overseer mentality where you feel like you always have to be in black spaces. That's why if you go on Facebook and you join a group, for example, the Black Book Lovers group, right? It's going to be a bunch of non-black people in it. Like, literally, right? Why are you here? This is about black people who like books. How did you get into the mix, right? But again, they have this overseer complex where they feel like they have to constantly be standing over us and watching us and whatever, for whatever reason, right? And that's what these mothers of these half black kids do. It's never coming from a place of, oh, my child is half black, so, I'm just trying to, do what's best for them. I don't want to overstep, but like, whatever, right? I'm trying to advocate for my child. It's never coming from that place. It's always coming from that overseer mentality. Y'all always overstep a bunch of boundaries, set up shop in places you don't need to be in, etc., etc., etc. And honestly, I feel bad as hell for them biracial kids because you bitches, being their mothers, are going to set them up for a world of misery. I promise you. It will not take them kids too long before they realize that y'all bitches is racist. Y'all had a kid because you had a fetish and you just want to be up in the black community and wear box braids and say the N-word, and you think that having a biracial child who is half black is your closest ticket to being accepted into that and being allowed to do those things, right? And maybe your baby daddies go for that shit, because I remember Childish Gambino made a joke where he was talking about he was having sex with a white girl and she called him the N-word and it turned him on. And that shit was weird to me because, like, don't even joke like that. Because, like, nobody who's not serious about no shit like that is cracking jokes like that, right? But I say that to say this. Maybe your baby daddies are cool with that, but the black community as a whole, we are not. Please get your colonizing ass on. Don't nobody care about your opinion of blackness, bitch. Shut up. And you know what? I gotta get back to one thing real quick. It be the gaslighting for me. Like, when a black person sets any boundary and says, hey, this is a black hairstyle, you know, it's not okay for non-black people to wear these hairstyles that black people are not even allowed to wear. Like, I've told you guys the story of how I was denied a job for my natural hair back in 2021, right? So black people aren't even allowed to wear our natural hair, but y'all gonna wear it. Like, what, right? If a black person sets a simple boundary, non-black people be talking about, that's hateful, that's actually racist because you're targeting me because I'm not black, so and so and so, yada, yada, yada. It be the gaslighting for me. You know good and well you racist as fuck, and everybody in your community is racist as fuck, and you know good and well what black people go through on the basis of being black. So if a black person says, hey, it's not okay for you to partake in my culture when it's not even okay for me to partake in my culture, right? If a black person says that and you turn around and say, that's racist, you're oppressing me, bitch, you racist. And that shit is crazy to me how y'all constantly gaslight black people. Like, this white girl just commented again talking about, you spread hate. Oh, well, bitch, I don't give a fuck then. If hatred is me saying, hey, as a black person, it's, you know, it's not cool for you guys to wear black hairstyles when we can't even wear, if that is your perception of hatred, then bitch, you live in what a wonderful world. Like, are you serious? Like, imagine actually going through shit. like if that is the oppression that you face on the basis of being white, somebody telling you that you shouldn't be colonizing them. Ooh, child, I don't think you make it being a black person for a day. I don't think so. Now, I'm back a couple hours later to add one last thing, right? So I said something about these ladies being racist, and one of them said, not me, I love chocolate. And I'm saying this because what did I say again about these racist women who they, you know, they'll date and procreate with black men and have biracial children, but they're still racist? Like, when are we going to acknowledge that lust does not, like, cancel out racism? That's not how that works at all. So you having jungle fever and having a biracial child in no way means that you are not racist. But for a lot of these women, they pretend that that is the case. And this needs to be addressed. And honestly, y'all gonna be mad, but black men, y'all need to check your homeboys about this shit too. Because this shit directly comes back to y'all. How are you hunching on a racist person and basically telling them, yeah, it's cool to overstep boundaries and be all in the black community and so and so and so? Like, this is directly y'all niggas' fault. Sorry, it is what it is.